the class today. Today we are going to see hi Srinath. Today we will see how to work with the console and how to create the managed servers and how to start up and shut down the managed servers. Hi Srinivas, morning. Okay. So basically, as you know that the servers will be specific to the domain. Okay. In the middleware, we have domains, so user projects, that one we have domains. Okay. There we have this one second, give me a second please. Let's start. Actually, I have started the. Okay. So it's a base underscore domain is mine. The domain which we have created in that one, to see, you will go to the server's entry. I'll show you. So just it's actually I have started the wrong machine. Before we go to that our machine, we'll go to the servers. Okay. So if you see, apart from your admin server, there will be other servers called some MS1, MS2, and MS3. So these are all like managed servers. Okay. The server's name. Okay. And apart from that one, we are going to see the config.xml file. vi config.xml file. So if you see here, the configuration file will be having the details of the admin server. Okay, and when you come down, you see the servers of your the managed servers. So managed server 1 MS1, okay, and whether SSL is enabled or not, and on which machine it is running, okay, and on what IP address it is running, and the listener port of that particular managed server, okay, and this belongs to a cluster, okay, the same way MS2. So MS2. No, we didn't create. Actually, I have started the wrong machine. Actually, I have started the wrong machine, this one. So actually, I'm starting the new machine, our machine. But meanwhile, I'm showing you how actually the servers will be. Okay, because I don't want to waste the time parallelly. That's why. Just showing you how the servers will be in the when we after completion of this. So once we create this will be the thing. So this is the configuration file. Once we add the new machines, new servers. And the clusters, so every information is stored in your config.xml file. See here. So it belongs to a cluster. So cluster is having 3 managed servers. Okay. So complete information is stored there in the config.xml file. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. This is our machine. CD middleware, user projects, that one called domains. This is my domain, so base underscore domain. And that for now, first we have to start our admin server to access your console. Okay, so where they are? They are in the bin directory. So this is the directory where your server will startups and shutdowns will be there. Okay, ls. Okay, we have start the blogger.sh, right? So we had, so before that, let me check if I have everything properly running in my admin server. So go to admin server. Sorry. CD security, we have to check that one. So go and nobody's file is also there. Okay, so go to CD bin directory and then start nohub dot slash start weblogic.sh. So try -f dot. If we have two domains, from where we will start. So if we have two domains, from where we will start WS. Yeah, every domain has, we have to start separately the servers. Yeah. So we have to start the admin server is specific to the domain. So if you have two domains, you have to start the servers for the two domains. So it doesn't matter how many domains you have. Each domain will have one admin server. So that server you have to start it obviously. Then you have to start every one of every of them. Okay. Every server you have to start it. So it is started. The admin server running fine. So now we will open the admin console. They will come to the we didn't start concept. Okay. So basically, in the domain, you will be having two types of servers. One is admin server, and other thing is managed server. Okay. So the admin server is like, as the name tells that it's an administrative task. That means it is used to maintain your complete domain. Okay, whether to add some machines into the domain or to add some servers, to delete the servers, to deploy your applications, to monitor the performance, okay, to shut down and start up your servers. So all these things you will be doing using your admin server. Okay, and your managed server is only to deploy whatever the applications that are deployed, they will be running on your managed server. So that's why the name is called managed. That means the servers are managed by the admin server. Okay, and the clients will be accessing the application which are hosted on the managed servers. Okay, that means the client requests who are actually trying to access the application, that those connections actually hitting the managed servers, but not your admin server. That performance, what is the load on each managed server, and who is up and running. So these things are monitored by your admin server. Okay, so that's the difference. Admin server and managed server. Simply, managed server is to let's deploy to host your applications, and admin server is to monitor all your managed servers. Okay. Now, as we seen yesterday, domain. So this particular admin server, that means this server is belonging to a domain called base_domain. And now we have clicked here and go to the servers. So now you can see an admin server here. Okay. Now, if you see your concepts here, you have machines are there, but clusters are there, and you have virtual host, different concepts are there. We'll see one of them one by one later. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create so apart from your admin server, whatever server you are going to create, so they are treated as your managed servers. Okay. So in future, suppose if you have a server, you will be having servers. Okay. And I will show you that thing. to get some idea. So suppose if you want to deploy software, you need to have your servers running. So that is your servers. So just in the same thing, see, these are projects, we'll be having domains, and we see here server domain. That one go to, we'll start it, so we'll see server domain 1. So go to servers. So we see here I have server 1, server 2. These are actually my, it's like cluster. Okay, these are servers. So here I have two servers called server 1, server 2, and maybe tomorrow you might be having BAM server or radial server, anything. So those are all your managed servers. So like your OA core, OAFM, if you are familiar about the apps environments, so these are all running as managed servers. Okay, so I will show you later once we are looking at your managed servers. So I will show a snapshot how the managed servers will be running. Okay. Now, I want to create another server. So, see here in the server directory, you'll be having new, clone, and delete. So, to do these activities, first you have to get logged ready. That is called session logging. Okay, why this means like parallelly two sessions cannot do any updations. Okay, that means if I log here and get the session to me, and no one else can log in and change the parameters to make sure that there is a reliability. Okay, so that it is going to show you straight away. You will see the same scenario when we are working with our WebLogic scripting tool. Okay, so now I will create a server. So the server, whatever I'm going to create, it becomes as a managed server. Okay, so say log. Then if you see your new is activated, or if you want to delete also, you can delete, and clone means it's a just type of a copy. So now when I say new, that means you are able to create a server. I'm going to make it as MS1 for you to understand. It's called MS is managed server. Okay, and the listener address is the machine on which my server was supposed to run. So it can be a local machine or any other machine which can be accessible. And the listen port, I'm going to keep it as 7003. It's up to you. You can put anything, any of the activities. That means so any of the listen port. But it should not be using already existing ports. If you see here, admin server is using already 7001, 7002. So you should not use those two ports because these are already been used by your admin server. Okay. And now, do you want to make this one as a standalone server, or you want to add it to a cluster? So I say that I want to make it as a standalone server. Okay. And say next. Okay. And finish. Now my MS1 is started. Okay. Now. So the managed service started. Now what I'm going to do is just say, so as you see in this one, so to start the managed servers, there will be separate commands. Yeah, there will be scripts. There are scripts there. You can always create anything you can create from the backend. Okay. So to start a managed server, there is a command, separate command for managed servers to start managed WebLogic.sh. Okay, so this one is your admin servers, and this command, the start managed WebLogic.sh, is a command where you'll be using to start your managed servers. Say then you have to mention MS1. Why? Because you should know which server to start, because there can be multiple managed servers, right? So that's why we will be giving start managed WebLogic space and MS1. So MS1 is the name of the managed server. Say enter. So same way, it is going to ask you again bolded properties because we didn't create. See here now. So semester is just see, just now it is created. Just now 826 because once we start MS1, it is going to create it. because they don't have the boolean properties file. Okay, that is secure directory is not there and boolean properties file is not there. Once we enter user and password, the log file is created immediately. Okay, so now as it cannot find the secure directory and that one it did find the boolean properties file, it is going to ask you the user and password, say that weblogic and weblogic 01. So it is about to create a log file. So it says that okay. So I know why it has happened. Yes. Okay. This reason is why it has happened is actually I forgot to create a machine. So first one. So that's actually here we didn't do the active changes. That's why. See, we have saved it, but we didn't actually activated the changes. So unless until you do activate changes, so it is not going to know that you have created a managed server. Okay, so I'm going to restart again, and I think it has created some lock also. So no lock is there. So just start that one. So activate the changes. We will see. We'll come to that. What is the logic in this one? Okay. So once you do changes, first you then only you have to do activate changes. So then only your actual changes will be uploaded to the config.xml file. Okay, we'll see in a couple of minutes time what is that the purpose of your login ready. So how it is going to work in the backend. So now it is started. Okay, so I forgot to activate those changes so that affected in some issues. Because it is saying that it is trying to see a managed server ms1 in the config.xml file, but it cannot find it. So unless until you do any activate changes, you are not able to see the contents in the config.xml file. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see again the same thing. cd config.sh, sorry, config. So vi config.xml. Open that. You see here ms1 is created. Whatever changes we until we connect changes, it is rather affected. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. That's what it is going to do. So we'll see in a couple of minutes time what it is actually doing in the backend. So which you have to see that one. So see here your config.xml file is updated with your ms1 saying that the address lesson address is that is IP address of the machine where it is running and the listener port is 7003 and it is going to like give all the details about your if it is a clusters and everything it is going to add it here. Okay, say that now. Wait. Now what I am going to do now I want to create. Okay, so here if you see it here there is edit.log is there. Open that one. So you see here there is nothing there at the moment. So the time is 8:28. Now I wanted another managed server. What I am going to do is say also just observe that. Okay, everything is there. Now I will be doing a log in edit. Go there. See here now edit.log is created. Okay. And okay, now open this one, vi edit.log. See the details, the session ID and the owner of that session. So there's all been updated. See at 8:32. That means the acquired log being, so it's acquired that log. So that means it is going to show that someone is already acquired a session. So this edit log is removed once we activate the changes. Okay, and the important file here, important logic is here. If you are a DBS, you know that there is a undo management is there in the database. Like unless until we do a commit, so all the values you are going to change are kept separately in undo so that you can revert it back, right? Same way, you will be having a file called your pending directory. Okay, so once what it is going to do is, so I am going to remove that one manually. rm pending. Okay, now create a manager again. Say suppose MS2 and on the same machine but with a different port. So here, so it's up to you whether you can use same machine, different ports, also different machines but with the same port. So it's up to you. So obviously there should not be a conflict between the port numbers. So we make it as a standalone, which is not a cluster. Okay, say finish. See, it has created a pendant. Before I have removed it, so what it has done is now cd pending. Open ls. So your configured file is there. So what is this configured file is there? Just open that. You see, come down. Apart from your MS1, now your MS2 is there. And open the other. So come out of the pendant directory. Okay. So go to your actual config file, config directory. Okay. Then we have config.xml file is there. Open that. Don't have MS2 details. Okay. So what does is when you this is what happened when we started the machine MS1. When we started the manage server, it has thrown the error that it cannot. The configuration includes the following: only the admin server. Okay. So I'm going to do the same activity because you have to know what is happening there. Okay. So what I'm going to say /start manager logic ms. It is also going to throw an error. Okay. We'll see what the error is going to throw. See, so see the configuration includes the following servers: admin server and MS1. So it cannot find MS2 because it is going to refer to the file which is in your actual config directory. Okay. So this the file which is located in the config.xml it is going to see, because as you doing changes, so till you do these active changes, so it is going to keep its backup. So the backup, why we have to do the active change separately is at this moment I want to say undo. Now I don't want to do MS2 create. I don't want to create MS2. So I want to revert it back. So what happens is, if at any moment, if the client, if the administrator want to revert his ideas, that means if you want to do his activities. So if you are directly saving your files into the original config.xml file, there is no way to revert it back. So that's why, so till you do either active changes or undo changes, all these changes are going to read in separate directory in called pending directory. Where is that? Okay, it is there. So your MS2 is here now. So what I'm going to do is now Okay, just say ls, it is there. So now I want to activate changes. That means I'm confirming it again. Okay, then see it here. So pending directory don't have configured XML file, and where it is it will be overridden. That means it will override the actual original configured XML file. Now here your MS2 is being updated here. Okay, so whatever the changes are done and you activated that one, so that file, the file in the pending directory will be copying that configured XML file into the domain home config directory. Okay, got it? So this is what it is going to happen in the activate changes. So you have to see that one. Now we'll straight away do the server startup. So you won't have that time. So guys, are clear about it? It's one of the important thing this we have to do, maybe sometimes troubleshooting wise. When we are configuring the domains freshly, so we'll sometimes forget the names and to add those things. So if it is actually running, so yes, this is a refresh, this is automatic refresh. So once you do that, so it's like, it's not like at the browser level, it is at the logical level. It is going to fetch the data from your config files and your configurations. Okay, now they are actually running, right? And if you see here, the listen ports are there is no config. So 7001 and 7003 and 7005. If tomorrow if you want to use SSL port for MS1, I can use 7004. Right? Yeah, there also we need WebLogic installation. Yeah, whether you can WebLogic, you can have WebLogic installation or you can copy the binaries there straight away. Yeah. Why? Because there has to be a communication between it. So wherever your domain is running, there should be a WebLogic running. The WebLogic server is installed. I will tell you why we need that one. Okay.
Venkat,
Yeah.
Venkat, in my environment, I have two servers, and on first node we have admin server and first managed server, and in second server we have second managed server. How to configure something like that? So here you have configured second MS say managed server, right? While defining
Yes.
managed server, we use the IP address of the second name, that is enough, or
Yes.
we need to pack and unpack the entire
Yeah.
configuration?
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. That's what you have to do. You have to do the pack and back. Okay,
Okay.
we'll come to that once we are. It's like a multi-node installation. So it is actually the concept will come in pack and unpack.
Okay.
So at that moment, what you have to do is you have to pack the complete whatever the domain is there, and you have to say that hyphen managed equal to true. You have to use that word. So in the pack command,
Okay.
there will be an option called hyphen managed equal to true. You have to keep that one true. So what it does means that on other machines there won't be admin server, there will be only managed servers. So it's for security purpose because admin server will have some security files will be there.
Okay.
So while packing, if you say that hyphen managed equal to true, some of the admin server related username, password, securities, and the encrypted information is not being packed, so they are skipped. Okay. So and then there you have to. It's like simply zip and unzip. Nothing else is there.
Okay.
Just you have to zip here, so you can do tar and tar also.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll see them later. After domain, so it's called a domain like a backup. So we do those things. So pack and unpack.
Yeah, for example, like on first node now, admin server and manage server is created and it's running. So say after a few days, I want to have one more managed server on say second node now. So like when I pack on the first node, the entire admin server as well as managed server will be shipped to second server. But I don't see these two configurations on the second node. I want only managed server two on the second server. So we'll remove the configuration on second node or how will it be?
Yeah, you just it's like physically you can remove.
Oh, okay.
Because see, once actually we have configured domain, we are not going to touch the machines.
Yes.
Because that is the purpose of your WLST scripting or your admin console. So suppose if I back up the domain where we have admin server or manage servers, so on the other machine, you can just simply delete them. You don't want it.
Okay.
If you don't want it, you can simple file system, you can delete it. So, your actual configured XML file is going to have, so that the configured XML file will be at the admin server's node, not in the another managed server's node. So any changes you are doing at the other managed server, which is on another machine, so those configurations also going to be changed in your configured XML file, so which is on your actual machine where your admin server is running. So that will be your primary configured XML file. Okay. Yeah. And yes, that is a question. Probably you are already working, right? So you will be having some idea. So I didn't go. Actually, if you see, I didn't go into a machine also. Okay. So we will so this is the managed server creation. So in the real time, if you go for a server environment also, so you will be having or ADF if you are going for ADF along with SOA, you have ADF1, ADF2 like that. So those are specifically managed servers. So here why I am giving MS1, MS2 is here in the core web logic we are going to support only, this is going to support only for your J2E applications. Okay, so to add extra application support, we have to extend the domain. We will see it later, not now. So once we are in, working with OSD, we'll see. Suppose if I want to add some extra functionality that should support my domain. So we'll add some components to the domain. So we'll see that later. Okay. So this is how the managed servers are being created. Now what I'm going to do is just we have to just as we started we have to do server startup and shutdown also. So I will say that slash stop manage webpack.sh, and the other important thing before I forget is, guys, just remember that when you are starting an admin server using your start manage weblogic.sh. So here there is another it's important thing. Just remember that you will face this issue here. So there will be another parameter which is important parameter. You have to pass the URL of the admin server also, but it is an optional. So when we use that one is, suppose if my managed server is on different machine apart from the admin server. Okay, for example, the scenario will show. Okay, so this is my one machine. This is another machine, for example. Okay, and I am going to have an admin server here and MS1 here. So whatever the configurations I have done. So for example, I have admin server there running on 7001. I have suppose MS1 running on 7003. Okay. Okay. This is my scenario, and I'm going to say that this is my MC1. So for example, MC1 that is machine 1. So we'll see it later. So at the end of the course, I will show you the multi-node installation how we have to. And now, for example, I have some other managed server. MS1 is running on MC2 on different machine. So where you don't have an admin server. Okay, and your machine is empty too. Okay. Now, in this scenario, suppose I want to start my manage server using the start manage object.sh. At the time, you have to tell where is your admin server, otherwise it won't start. So just you have to remember blindly that. Why? Because when you start a manage server, it is going to contact your admin server first. Okay. So because this is how your configured XML file and all your configurations are going to be affected, and also admin server knows that there is manage server started and shut down. So when you start a manage server, it is going to search for its admin server, its related admin server. Okay, then only it is able to find, it is able to start the server. Otherwise, it will throw another unable to contact the admin server. Okay, so this is a thing we have to remember when your managed servers are running from other machines where the admin server is not running. So you have to pass that. If you want to start your MS1, no need to pass. Okay, because all your major configurations will be at your admin server level. So they have to contact admin server, then only they will start. Okay, so that syntax also will see. So then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop my manage server. So use the command stop manage.logic.sh and use ms1. So that is your manage server. So I want to shut down my ms1. So again, it is going to ask you for username and password because we didn't give the booted properties file. So see here, it is trying to connect to the admin server. So this is why you have to pass that one. By default, it is going to take it because it's already running on the same machine. Okay, see here, successfully connected to admin server. Okay, that belongs to the domain base underscore domain. Also, I want to shut down my MS2 also. In the meanwhile, done. Now it's clear. What I'm going to do is go to servers. Okay, cd ms1 ls legit directory, same thing, mkdir what we were done yesterday, security, cd, security, and vi, make a boot of this file. Okay, and as you know that username equal to weblogic, password equal to weblogic01, save it, and cp security 2. Okay, kill user projects, middleware, user projects, domains, okay, and servers. Sorry, base domain and servers copy to MS2. Okay, so my part is done. As so now we have security directory is there, and in MS2 ls we have security file is there. So there is so we'll see how managing the commands. Okay. So I am going to start manage server in the no hub mode, no hub, because I have given username and passwords in the boot account this file. So it is not going to ask me to start manage web logic, say MS1, and you have to mention the T3 protocol. Internally, okay, if you see at the top also, it's a protocol called, it will try to connect through T3. So internal web logic related subsystems are going to contact each other by using T3 protocol. They don't know the sleep protocol. Okay, T3 // okay, so just will copy this. So I have to give T3 and the machine IP address column, the port number of the admin server where it is, where your admin server is running. Okay. Yes, it will start it again. Okay. So it is storing, that means it is going to encrypt your bootloader disk file, which because it is looking and also it finds that it is not encrypted. And so actually yesterday we discussed it is going to encrypt. So what it is going to encrypt? Okay, we will see here. Oh, that's what we said, right? When your managed servers or when the managed server is running on the machine where your admin server is running, no need. But when your managed server is running on a different machine, okay, and your admin server is running on a different machine, then you have to pass it. Okay. Okay. Now it is running. See here, your 192.168. It's 1003 port. It is started. Okay. Now we go there. Running stage. Just use this one. It is going to refresh it. So if when you say the browser level refresh, it is going to put a lot of extra burden on the load on the your web logic server. That's why don't refresh it from the browser level. It gives you like easy way to refresh the things. Okay. So say Control C. Otherwise you have only yes, there is only one admin server. So that's why we don't deploy our application because basically in the most of the environments even they don't even start their own servers. I will tell you the scenarios once we go inside. In depth once we go there, I will tell you. Oh, the admin server is not used most of the times because if you keep that admin server running, okay, so what happens is your applications will be a little bit slow because even admin server also takes memory, right? A lot of memory, not even small. So that's why unless until we need it, so we'll make the admin server down, especially in the productions. I mean, because what happens is sometimes maybe in a 2 hours time we'll keep half an hour like that. Okay, we'll see them other scenarios later. Okay, and if you see here there is a secure directory is there. Open that security. This one you will be having one of the serialized INA.m. So this is a file which is important for your encryption. So all your passwords, encryption, so whatever is storing good identity in the file. So that encryption will be done through your serialized system INA.dat file. So this is the file where your algorithm is staying. So that file is going to encrypt your username and passwords, which we have given in a simple plain text. Okay. Okay. Now my scenario is in such a way. Come to that one by one. Yes, they will be running. So they will be running even if your admin service down. Okay. Okay, take a scenario. Suppose I have 10 domains and each domain has 5 managed servers. Okay, that means you have basically 50 managed servers. So suppose I want to start 50, after creating my domain, I want to start with managed servers. So that means I have to start, I have to issue, I have to log into each box where that managed service is running and I have to issue start command. So I have to issue 50 start commands. And if I want to shut down all 50, I have to issue 50 commands and I have to log into, suppose, so out of 50, maybe each mesh, that means 5 servers on one machine, 5 servers on one, like that. If I have 10 machines, so each machine I have to log in and do the start commands and do the stop command. So this is going to become a very lot of time and it is not easy to handle scenarios. Okay, so what we will do, how we have to do. So this is our thing. We have to we will discuss it tomorrow, and because we'll start this freshly. It's an important topic, and tomorrow's topic what we are going to do is going to cover how these managed servers are going to run without admin server, and the logging and your working from the console. How to start your servers at a time. Suppose I will show. Go to control. We have options called start, resume, pending, like that. Okay. Say for example, to start it also, just say log and edit. Select this one. The manager I want to start it. For example, say start. So it is going to throw some error. What is this error and all those things we will see them tomorrow. So how to handle this scenario? Suppose I want to start 50 managed servers. So if I have 50 managed servers in this particular domain, so I can select all of them, say like and just remove admin service which is already running, just say start or shut down or suspend anything. So you can do all these activities. Okay, so we'll see them tomorrow. So how to do, is there any checklist for activities have given by somewhere, is there any checklist activities? See, there are no specific activities out there. So basically, you can see them only in your resumes or in the resumes. So most of the activities, whatever in a real time, any DBA is going to do. So whatever the topics I am covering, so those are all exact topics an administrator will be doing. Okay. Yeah, I can give, but actually just call to the office. Generally, I will be in the office this during 8 to 10 in the morning. Okay. And you can discuss after the class also, you can call immediately or next day morning, like after the class you can call me. Okay, so that because after that I will be in office most of the time around from 11 to night 11:30 I will be in the office, so I can't attend the calls also. Okay. Because we are in a transition period, we have to we are getting a project from, the client is changing from the one service provider to another service provider. So we are in a transition period, we are in KT, so we have to do all those things, KT management. So, so it's actually at the moment, like just maybe before I finish the class, after finishing the class, you can just give me a call because I will be here. So from 9:15, today I'm closing early because tomorrow I have to start the node manager concept, which is important. That's why I'm not charging today. I will make it as a fresh tomorrow. Tomorrow remind me that how to run sort of manage servers, whether they're running without your admin server. And start with the logging also we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, right, guys? Tomorrow is Saturday. Okay, no issues. We'll start on Monday. Okay. So we'll start on Monday. Okay. So just I will leave you guys also. You're also working guys, and even I also just leave for you. So if needed, we'll keep in the next week because don't hurry because whatever we finish this week, these 5 days, just you practice and make sure that you are clear, because once we are into node manager, so if you don't know, if you forget these concepts, manage servers and all these things, if you forget in these 2 days, again you will be, it's like a mess for you. You don't understand, because node manager is important thing we have to. That's the heart of your web logic. Okay, where you will be doing all your remote administrations. Okay. Always see you at between 8 and 8:15 a.m. IST. Okay, and have a nice weekend. Enjoy. Bye. Bye, guys. See you on Monday. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.